Hello Internet Dwellers, and welcome back to Bit by Block, the show where we recreate famous movie and television locations inside of Minecraft for funsies. I am your host, Jeff Bell, and welcome back to the show. So, as you can tell from what's currently behind me, a lot got done. And a lot got done during a time-lapse building session that... Almost everything you saw behind me outside of the Firehouse was done in a single time-lapse session, which when I went to go record this opening, I found my file had been corrupted. So all of that footage is gone. So we're just going to have to take a tour, as I had planned on anyways, but we're just going to have to do it this way. So yeah, all of these buildings, I actually had a good little time-lapse of building them. Especially that one. It was a lot of the magic wand, obviously, so it wasn't anything huge that you're missing out on, but nonetheless, I wanted to at least show the building of those buildings, and yeah, guess not. Guess that's how the day is going to be, apparently, right there. So anyways, this is going to be a really short episode, really quick, just to kind of give a quick rundown. A run over? Yeah, we're going to run over everything, Jeff. A rundown of everything that got taken care of surrounding the fire station. So let's get right onto it. The inside of the fire station. First off, I added those little posts in the front. The only way we can get in is through the side door. We're going to do that. So this is what I built of the inside. I only built the first floor. I didn't heavily, detail this out or decorate this whatsoever. It's kind of just this because I realized we'll maybe film something in here, but we're not going to full-blown use the inside of the fire station, at least not anytime soon. When that time comes, we'll finish decking it out later. The inside design is obviously, of course, is trying to match the inside of the actual fire station, according to the movie. I did do, it's 2 bricks thick. So as you can see here, there's a second layer here just so we could get that design scheme. And it still works. The general supports are going up. The ceiling in the actual one is more detailed than what I have built here. I probably could... hold on, not that. There we go. I probably could put in some more center supports because there's a lot of this... I don't know why my copy's doing that. There's a lot of stuff like... Not like that. Like this... in the actual location. It has a very detailed, very ornate ceiling. So that could be something we do at a later date. I am using the lanterns, the sea lanterns, for the lighting in here, instead of just standard glowstone, just because they look a little nicer, plus it's a little softer of a glow. The staircase that does go upstairs to the second floor, but again, as I said, there is not much decoration up in here. I just kind of maintained the decoration to the first floor. So that way we could, if we needed to, we could open up the door and you could kind of see inside. So that's all for the inside of the building. I didn't do any other changes. I attempted to try out a different scheme for these locations, these bricks that I seen on another Minecraft video, but I couldn't quite get them to look the way that I wanted them to, so I went back to here. That was an unnecessary detail, but I just wanted to inform you because that was all stuff that was inside that little time-lapse video that is now bye-bye. Doing some more research and some more looking online, I realized that this is nothing more than just a false continuation of the building onto this building. There's no roof, there's nothing else like that. It is literally just a back alleyway. A back alleyway which... Where's my door? The back alleyway which actually... pretty much is just that. Has a door onto it that blocks off from the street, but is really just an open alleyway. What I did do is this was the first building I built on the right hand side here. There's a little bit of a gate up there. Oops, I don't need those anymore. That was just so I could keep track of how wide that is. I did not put a lot of detail back in here. I could put garbage cans and cars and all that stuff. I just did not get around to doing that portion. I did put a gate, a fence across because there is a little bit of a one. This building right here, which was kind of fun because this was a crazy amount of detail I'm not used to doing, and it's kind of a fun just little challenge overall. This appears to be something of like a restaurant with obviously apartments above it. A lot of ornate, for me, this is a ton of ornate detail that I'm, again, not used to doing on a building. And this is correct, where these little flanges are not on this floor, as far as I could tell from all of my photographs. So it's kind of weird. And then each time, each one of these bays is slightly different. So like this first floor has a door coming out on it. This one is just windows. This one's just windows. And then this one has a door on it. And this one's back to just being windows again. It's kind of weird. But they all have fire escapes. And I had attempted, using World Edit, I actually attempted to duplicate this row of iron gates out one. But yeah, that happens every time. They just pop off and destroy, because I was trying to make that a little bit wider and I couldn't get a good way to do that I was happy with. Again, no insides. I put the ground floors in just so that way there was, you know, these weren't just fully hollow shells, but there's no interior design on that. I did start building the next building here, but then I realized I don't need to go that far out because we might want to put something there in the future. As for the ceilings as for the roofs, I did put a tiny little bit of detail on this one. Nothing too fancy. I want to kind of play around with this and work with this because there's going to be more down the line. There would be more structures like this. Hold on. Probably just popping up around it where we can put that up and then we can put that up. So it's almost like chimney stacks or something like that. That's the type of stuff that we can put in later. Granted, we'll never really be on the floor looking, or up in the air looking down at these buildings. In a lot of cases, we'll probably just be down on ground height. So now, as for this structure, again, much like the other one, nothing inside, just all an outside shell, but still pretty damn big. It was a huge structure. There's like a restaurant that's right here, and I might go back and just put something inside this so that way it's just not all grass, because there is a door over here that just goes into a giant grass area. This one I did not put the floors in because it's so giant, and I ended up using black or white glassed windows. You can't really see inside, so this one I didn't care so much about. But again, I probably could go back and put the floors in because this is just a massive open space. Yeah, very big and hollow and empty, but would be a very cool building to have actually lived in if I can get out. There we go. So this building, nothing too complicated, a little bit of a landing part, like just like a little bit of a balcony right there, and then just going all the way up to the tip top. Looking online, I had found that this portion of the building was slightly bit higher based upon the spacing between the apartments. So that's why there is a level, which is good because I don't always like just doing flat roofs like that. I kind of like this tiered effect. Very boring from the backside. I did not bother looking to see if there was windows all across that, so that might be something we change in the future, kind of just depending upon what we end up building over on that side, what butts up against that. But yeah, so all in all, again, this is going to be a very, very short episode because this is pretty much it. We are done with the build. And that's enough for me for the surrounding buildings and the decoration. Again, I want to leave as much open space for other buildings. And then if we build something coming off of Hill Valley and there's an open gap, then maybe I go back and I build that building that's next to it and all sorts of stuff. So, but yeah, that is pretty much... pretty much it. I can't find it. Oh no. I did a screenshot. Oh, how embarrassing. And then I was messing around with stoplights, and this is... Please don't make fun of this. This is just horrendous. I gotta try to figure out a better way to do the stoplights than that. But yeah, so that right there, we'll do a quick just little higher fly around. That is it for the Ghostbusters Firehouse. So now next time, we'll try to figure out what we're going to do next for our next build. If we're going to do more of the New York-esque city builds, maybe, like I said, maybe we'll do like Seinfeld or something like that. You'll just have to wait and see. I'll see what just sounds good. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But that's it. It's a nice little build. It's a nice little corner spot. It's very easily recognizable. And yeah, it was a fun, very fast build to do. So I just kind of wish you guys could have seen the time lapse because that'd been great. Like the first 10 minutes of the time lapse worked, and then it froze when I paused the game at one point during it and never came back. It was very embarrassing. So anyways, with that, I am Jeff. Thank you guys for watching the Ghostbusters Minecraft build. And like I said, if you guys have any comments or questions or suggestions for future builds, movie or television locations that you'd like to see us do, or us by us, I mean me, leave those in the comments below, or just let me know if you know who I am. That would be fantastic. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. And apparently the popular phrase was, "I nearly died." That's my call off. That's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna do. I nearly died. All right. I nearly died. Yeah, no.